did have one get a little bit of mold spot, so might mulch a little bit better than I've got it right now. It'll happen though. Chickens like it. You already checked for eggs?
No. These mine. These mine, Mom.
Wow, good job.
These mine.
We got 5 eggs.
These mine, Mom.
That's a lot of eggs. I guess we didn't check yesterday, did we?
These. Those. You what, Mom? Those. You what? These are white. Oh, white. White. Oh, no. My D's out. Wait, I do.
Those ones are still scared of us. We've got to scoop if we want them to come out. Is there another egg? Yeah. God forbid we lay it in a laying box. Okay, should go get the egg. Put some more shavings in the box for me.
Hold this right, Mom.
Oh, a feather too.
Like this. Like this.
Oh, bonk.
Nice boo.
Oh, good job. Okay, let's leave this open so they can go in and out, okay? Without the dogs eating their food. That chicken, no joke, has been laying her eggs up there, above the nesting boxes. No. Apparently I need to move my strawberry pots away from the fence. What you doing?
Oh, getting ready to slap some stain on the old girl.
Sawmill shed?
Yeah, she needs it. I was just sanding it to get rid of the extremely rough stuff.
Yeah, because that'll just drink
Soaks
stain.
up so much stain. But
Looks good.
yeah, I'm just gonna basically do the posts and beams and the 2 outside rafters.
Stuff that the weather is seeing.
Yeah, I'd like to do all these rafters, you know, on the ends, but I think it's gonna look goofy if I do.
True. Well, get
I
started
don't
with
have
the
enough
main.
stain to do it all anyway, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just get started with the main stuff. Warmed up quick out here. Said it warmed up quick out here.
How's she coming?
It's nice and dry.
Is that like grease perking through on this backside or what? The dark stuff.
I don't know. Don't know enough yet.
Seems like no matter how good you try, you can't ever get them totally clean.
And play Taiwan, Mom. Wow.
This bear. Introducing this bear. It's about to be a part of my life for a while. Levi's dad got this black bear a few weeks ago now, maybe even like a month ago now. I can't remember. It's really expensive to get a hide tanned, which is understandable. It takes a lot of work, but it's something that I have always wanted to learn to do. I've done like a little bit of deer hides. I've done some rabbit hides, never done a bear. And it's been a really long time since I did any of it. So this is a learning experience for me. I have not filmed it yet just because it's really hard to film something that you're learning as you go. That being said, I'm pretty excited about it. Probably will make a few crafts out of it when it's done. And I think I'll show the tanning process a little bit from here, getting it strung up, and we pressure washed for flushing. That was really nice. But then getting it strung up was kind of a bit of a process. So some things just aren't fun to film. But we're here now and we're excited to show you the process on getting this bear tanned.
Don't touch that, okay, bud?
We own ladders, you know.
Yep.
Okay.
Problem is there's a pile of wood in the way.
Yeah, that's true. Looks good. Good morning. It is a beautiful day. We're supposed to have about 2 beautiful days, and then we're going to get over 2 inches of rain quickly after. So we're going to be outside a bunch. If you've been watching a while, you know that Blackie has been disappearing to lay eggs. You know how Blackie's been hiding from us? Let's make sure. I don't see Blackie. No, back up. Yeah, she's not in there. She has been kind of a turd lately. Yeah. Okay, bud, we gotta find Blackie. She's back. It's Blackie. Oh, thank goodness. I was so worried. I found her nest. Wanna go see? Over here. This way. There it is. Here it is, Henry. Look, come here. Look at this. I don't even know how she's getting in there. Look at that. You can't even focus on it. There's so much stuff in the way. Look at the camera, Henry. Look at all those eggs. There's tons of them. Can you see them? Here, I think she's getting in over here. Let's try.
Wait. I want more ice.
Watch your step.
Look, Mom.
Yeah.
Wait, ice, Mom.
I told you.
Hi, ice.
Look at all of them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Mom.
11 eggs. We have no idea how old they are, so we probably just feed them back to them.
These. Wait a minute. These.
Yeah, that's Blackie's nest. You know how she's been disappearing? She's been hiding. That's where she's been. There's the coop. It's not a bad little spot. Okay, bud, here's a bucket. Why don't you fill it up for me? Okay, so I made her nest a little bit hard to find again. We have, I think, what's a coyote den kind of up over the hill here. There are coyotes every single morning, a ton of them yipping in the same spot every morning, so we think there might be some babies up there. I'm not worried about coyotes with us or the kids really, but a lot of coyotes in Colorado. Coyotes don't scare me, but the chickens and Lucy, our really small cat, are on pretty serious lockdown unless we are outside. Gus and Bolt are outside. As long as we're available to kind of keep our eyes peeled, everyone else is kind of on lockdown. So I made Blackie's nest kind of like hard to find again because I know she's going to keep laying. I mean, maybe she'll be mad that I stole all of these eggs. She definitely likes to lay in hidden places, and that was a really good hiding spot. I mean, it's been weeks that I've been looking for it. So I didn't want to like blow it up and then make it easy for a coyote to find. We'll utilize these for feed. You hear the loon? All right, behind me here is the fireweed that Levi left me when he really likes to, I mean, it's not right now because we're just behind on everything, but he likes to keep the yard kind of weed whacked down. And every year he weed whacks all the fireweed, and every year I tell him I would really love it if he left some. And he left me some this year. They've been making me really happy, making the bees really happy. Our bees actually die here late July. I don't really know why, just a really short life. I feel like they lived longer when we lived in Colorado. But anyway, the bees are dying off, and I have a really special thing that I'm gonna make from the fireweed. So we're gonna get a bunch of these plucked, and then we're also gonna pluck some ferns and show you what I'm gonna make. There's a bee that's still buzzing pretty good. Yeah, I don't want to totally take out that patch, so we're going to get some from the side of the house here too. All right, I have a few over 100 fireweed flowers. Something else a lot of people do with these is you can make fireweed jelly. Like, you can actually eat the flower petals themselves, are totally edible. So we're gonna do something fancy with these. We're not making jelly. That's something I'd like to do someday, but not today. What I need to get now is a bunch of ferns. We'll set this good and out of Henry's reach and grab our other bag. Ferns is something that Alaska has absolutely zero shortage of. So I am just gonna go to town here. Fireweed also, there's no shortage of it. Just for the record, I am probably gonna pull all those up by the root when the season's over and try to make something from the roots because they're actually supposed to be really good for you. I really like these light green ones.
What were eyes?
You want her to lay an egg? All right, we will see if Levi has what I need in here. Sam's taking a nap with Levi, so if I go in, it'll wake him up. What I'm thinking is this big old butcher block from the cabin build. I mean, it's a big heavy weight to press some flowers under. That's my thought. Okay, so I've got my paper. For right now, I'm just gonna dump these out so that they don't get too kind of broken in that bag. Henry doesn't want to come hang out with me in here, and he can't be out there unsupervised. So we're just gonna kind of keep these from getting too squashed. Keep their fluff until I squash them intentionally. The ferns are pretty forgiving, so I'm not too worried about them. But we're just gonna hang out here with Henry. He doesn't need to be out here by himself. Ponds and coyotes and stuff. So I'm not in the mood to fight him either. So maybe we could do a quick garden tour while the toddler is making me stay outside. Alrighty, if you've been watching a while, you know you've been watching a long time, you know how many times I've talked about this moose fence. Still not done. If you've been watching close enough, you know why it's still not done. We have intentionally let the moose fence go. We are actually going to tear it out completely. I worked really hard on these when I peeled them and stained. Actually, my mom stained them for me, but peeled them, got them in the ground. It was a ton of work to get these big, like 7-foot posts in the ground. And pretty quickly after, we decided to expand the garden. So we never finished it, and that was just kind of intentional. It turned into more of a dog fence with this weird super tallness to it. The reason I haven't let Levi cut it off so it looks better is I want to pull these out and reuse them for raised garden beds. We'll pull them out of the ground, cut them where they're charcoaled into the ground, and then maybe do like some flower beds somewhere out of them. I think would be really pretty. That being said, the expansion on the garden, it is going to be kind of back behind me here, like between me and the chicken coop. We're still kind of plugging away at that. It's really slow going. It's just not a super high priority this summer. I'm really hoping that we'll be able to plant it next year, but that cabin build has just kind of taken a lot more time and energy than we expected. We should have known how much time and energy it would take, but it's drained us more than we expected, I should say. I think we might work a little bit more on the expansion. It's really not going to take much more time. We need to pull some big roots. We need to do a little bit better leveling with the tractor. And then we need to we're going to do a moose fence about this tall, maybe a tiny bit shorter than this. All the way around, it's going to be something like 20 posts, I think Levi said. So that's going to be a lot of work to tamp those holes and everything once the posts are in. Luckily, the Sawmill makes it a lot easier. All of these posts, I peeled my hand. It was a ton of work. It was fun, character building, but it was a lot. So the Sawmill, we have logs set aside, ready to go for our new moose fence around our almost 40 by 40 garden expansion. I think it's gonna be like 38 by 38, which is amazing. It could be a little bit bigger, but we decided we don't want to get too close to the pine trees back there, and we have to give some space off of the chicken coop for snow shed. Anyway, garden expansion aside, we've been growing in our little garden here. She's a 20 by 24, so she's not exactly small. First and foremost, front and center, we've got the asparagus patch. That is just in my only raised bed here. That's probably gonna get changed up a little bit. I need to figure out a better way to keep weeds out of here. It is just absolutely invaded. That was a big bite, buddy. Something we fight with a lot here is horsetail or horse mane. I can never remember which it is. We have both, but one of them is a really big pain in my butt in our garden. I Googled like how to totally get rid of it, and Google basically laughed at me. Like it basically replied, ha ha. I guess the roots can go like to 10 feet below the surface. It's like a dinosaur of a plant. It's been here longer than like anything. So it's a dinosaur plant, can't get rid of it. Thinking about redoing this bed anyway. So when the plants are dormant, I might pull them and kind of try again with some new weed barrier or something. If you find some total all red strawberries, will you bring me one? He's a berry eater. That's why I have so many strawberries in the back, and why I'm planting a big berry patch over here. There's not going to be much to it. It's actually going to be on the outside of our garden fence, just because the berry bushes I'm planting are supposed to get so big. They're honeyberries and Saskatoons. That's going to go kind of over here, and it's going to have more of the ability to just keep the dogs out and then bird netting. But I don't, you know, my neighbor that gave me the honeyberry plants, hers need like 8 feet by 8 feet or something like that. And I don't want to waste that much space in my moose fence garden. Frankly, I kind of think if there's bird net over them, I'm not horribly worried about moose, but I might eat those words someday. I don't know. Weeds have kind of just become a problem. I'm kind of thinking in the big garden about doing a heavier like wood chip. This October, I am going to go crazy getting myself leaves for mulch. I keep getting off tasks. I'm so excited to expand, but I can't even keep up with weeds in here. So the garden we have currently planted, obviously potatoes behind me here. They are so super happy. They still have a good long ways to go. I'm starting to get flowers on some. I will pluck those personally just because the like potato berries, I don't know what you call them, but like the berries that come up after the flowers are actually poisonous. And if you didn't notice, I have a berry eater over there. So flowers are going to get plucked as they come for me. That's just a personal choice. I don't think it really matters either way. I have some onions. My potato onions that I do every year are pretty happy. And then I've got some bulb onions that probably about half of them died not long after we planted them, but they're kind of still cruising, so we're just letting them do their thing. We've got a carrot patch, did not do as well this year. A bunch of the spots, the seeds just didn't germinate at all. I need to pluck some more weeds out of there. Carrots really don't like weeds. My happiest carrot is actually in the walkway, which is hilarious. I mean, it is like at least twice the size of every other carrot, at least greenery wise, and it's in my walkway. So that's pretty funny. I'm trying not to step on it. We have a ton of lettuce that's really happy. We have been enjoying salads like crazy. It's been a really good time. I like to pick the lettuce either like when it's chilly out. So we've been eating a lot of salad. That's always a lot of fun. You'll notice if you know what you're looking at that some of my lettuce is starting to bolt. I'm letting that happen. Obviously, like once it starts, it tastes bad anyway, but I'm okay with a few bolting because I actually used all of my seeds. So I thought maybe if they bolt, I can collect some seeds and then not buy seeds next year. Wouldn't that be just the most ideal thing I ever did? Got some marigolds. They haven't done quite as well this year. It's been a pretty rainy year. Very heavy rains. If you watched our video of all the flooding, that's been happening a lot, but then also really hot days. So it's kind of a weird year in my opinion. Then the last bed over here, we have our kale, broccoli, cabbage, and a little bit more lettuce, but the lettuce I kind of planted knowing the cabbage would end up drowning it out. Those are Alaska giant cabbages. I started one in like February. Levi started one in like April, and Levi's is the bigger one. So I thought that was pretty interesting. We were kind of like, who can do better? And turns out he was right. I was wrong. More time doesn't necessarily mean everything. I don't know why his is happier, but it is. So there you have it. I don't have to start cabbage so dang early. I know nothing about my kale. What I know is it's monstrous and I should probably harvest it eventually here soon. I don't know much about it. So by the time you comment your advice, I'll probably have already Googled it. But let me know what I'm supposed to do with my kale. We're not like the biggest kale eaters, but it's supposed to grow well here. And we have a lot of smoothies. So I thought maybe I could throw it in a smoothie. That's pretty much it. We don't have a super wide variety of things growing. I figure if you're not going to eat it, why grow it? I do have like a mixture of collards and cabbages in these fabric pots over here. All of these were started by my neighbor, and then she had too many, so she gave them to me. I've got a couple of potatoes that were spares that got thrown in pots just to not waste those seed potatoes. And then obviously we've got the strawberries on the other side of the house that are doing pretty dang good. I didn't mention I do have some strawberries mixed in with my asparagus. I read they're supposed to be good companion plants. So just some spare runners I had, threw some extra in here for some extra snack strawberries.
Move. Hi, base, Mama.
Yep, let's see them. Let me tell you what's good. That's not ready. See how there's white? Okay. It needs to be all red. Okay, let's see this one. That one's a little goofy looking, but it's ready. There you go.
Oh, there is.
Yep, take the top off. I have some thyme here that actually overwintered in the garden over by my strawberries right over here. I didn't know it would do so well. A friend gave it to me last year, and then this year when I was we were rototilling, I was like, hey, that's an overwintered plant and it's thyme. So fun fact, thyme does really well here. So I am hoping to keep that going, and maybe I really want to grow my own herbs next year. Cool little fact, not a lot of things overwinter well here. So I was excited about that. Let's scoot over here, check out the greenhouse. It's probably about to get toasty in there anyway, so I need to open it up. Okay, chickens, that's enough of a free strawberry ride. I've already plucked a couple.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah, the chickens are eating them, turds.
Mom, eat my baby.
Nope, see how that's got white and green? We want all red. Look, another funky shaped one. Oh, see, I shouldn't have plucked that one, but you can have it, okay? I also got some comments asking here about my rhubarb. You know, why is it in a pot? A lot of people asked. It just like the berries, it's just awaiting its permanent home. We've been running the tractor and four-wheeler in the garden expansion so much that I didn't want them to get killed. So it's going to get a permanent home here somewhere once the garden expansion is done and we're not just massacring that area so much. Let's head in the greenhouse though. This year's greenhouse is definitely our best build yet in the terms of greenhouses. That being said, next year we are building the permanent greenhouse. No more of these makeshift guys. So we're pretty excited about that. That is our only big build plan for next year. Otherwise, we kind of want to go camping next year. We want to do a lot more just fun adventure type things. We've kind of spent every summer building since we moved, and we're really ready to like take the boys on some camping trips and stuff. But we do want to get a really nice greenhouse build done next year. Biggest struggle with the greenhouse again this year has been airflow. That being said, it has been a lot better this year than last year. Last year, if you remember, I had a ton of plants just totally mold out.
Hey, Mom.
Nope, those are tomatoes and we can't pluck them, okay? They're not green. We have to wait till they're red, okay? At the end of the day, it has been a crazy cold year. Right now, our nighttime temperatures are in the 40s, which is just not good for anything in here. I don't have any kind of heat in here. Lots of chilly, rainy days, so the greenhouse just is not killing it. I've got some of these little pickle plants that never got any bigger than that. Like, I don't know what that's about. I keep calling them pickle plants, cucumber plants. It's a ton of little cucumbers, but I'm sure nothing's gonna happen there. A lot of my pepper plants didn't get very big. Some of them are super happy, some are not. At the end of the day, heat was an issue. We kind of, if you followed back in the spring, we kind of had a really bad start with like the seed starting just didn't go super well for us. I think I wasn't using good enough soil for it. There's just a lot of little things that need perfected. I said the same thing last year and we have improved, but we have not perfected. I have a couple plants that are just straight up dead. A couple of squashes that just, I don't know if it got too hot in here. They just croaked on me the other day. I have some herbs, like I said, that are pretty happy. These ones, this is lavender, and then I've got this hyssop. It's actually coming up through the shelf there. And then the thyme outside. When we build the big greenhouse, I want to have a whole bed for just herbs. So I'm kind of excited to do that. That will be a lot of fun. Everyone says to build bigger than you think you need. So we're going to build a pretty nice big greenhouse that will have fans. And I really, really, really want to put a wood stove in it. Just something that we can kind of work towards an easier environment in here. It's been kind of hard to maintain. I have this, I don't know if you can see, I'll show you around back. I have this kind of system I did so that I can lift up a huge portion of the plastic, and that's helped keep it less moldy in here, a little bit cooler. But I really think our cooler nights are hurting me a lot, and I don't have any way to heat this. Like, I could put a buddy heater in here, but I think it would burn a lot of propane. So at the end of the day, I am just hoping. My neighbor gave me a bunch of tomato plants, and she is like the gardening pro. So some of these plants, like I have this really little plant here that's gonna have like 2 tomatoes on it. I'm just at this point that I want to save seeds from the plants that she says do so well every year. And then maybe that'll help me at least with the seed starting end of it. Some of these are happy. Some of the cherry tomatoes are happy. But overall, this just, again, it's just kind of not been my year in the greenhouse. Okay, so when Sam wakes up from his nap, I will have Levi to watch the dude, and then I will tell you more about my pressed flower stuff. But for now, the chickens need food. So if you watched, you know that I have a whole new chicken feeder, which is awesome. I can just dump this whole great big bag in there. At least that's the theory. So we've got this sweet feeder that Levi built me. It does spill a little bit more than like we planned on it spilling, but the tote's walls actually, Skeeter, the tote's walls actually like tilt out a tiny bit. I was just going for a clear tote. Since they tilt out a little bit spills more than we planned, but I'm pretty sure that I can fit a whole bag of feed in there, which is kind of my whole goal. This winter, we built like this nice pipe feeder. We had a similar one when we had ducks in Colorado, but they were spilling too much of it. They're just super turds. So this is kind of nice also, because I should only have to fill it once per bag, if you will. Let's see if I can get this to go. There we go. Beautiful. Oh yeah, I could fit more than one. That's all right. That is beautiful. We're just gonna slide her back under here so that they can't roost on it and poop on it like a bunch of monsters. Same reason the water's under there. Awesome, I'm happy with that. Something I don't know if we'll get to today, is our guests are gonna be over soon. I really wanna get that bear in its tanning solution. Hopefully we'll get to that before this video's over. Maybe tomorrow. Let's get some light power in here. Dun dun dun. And these are already starting to look kind of sad, so. Why the heck am I doing this? Some of you probably already have a pretty good idea. We are starting a snail mail club. We want to send you guys mail once a month. It'll be like a subscription service where once a month you get an envelope from us. We're going to send you a letter from the homestead that will be all kinds of stories that don't make it on social media, right? The one I'm writing up right now is about multiple moose encounters that we've had. That will be in the first edition. These fireweed pressed flowers I'm doing will be in our second edition. I'm going to do the ferns here for the first edition. I see now I should have gotten to these. I'm gonna have to pick more of these. They kind of wilted on me. Some of them are still pretty good, but we'll get some more picked. Maybe we can save some for some jelly. Snail Mail Club Letters from Alaska will consist of a 5x7 postcard of my favorite photography print taken by yours truly. Our letters will feature stories that aren't making it onto social media, stories from when we first moved, just kind of behind the scenes, adventures, whatever seems like the most fun thing to share with you guys that month. And then an added bonus gift every month. I kind of want this to be flexible and whatever seems fun that month. Right now I'm working on pressing some fireweed petals and some ferns so I can send you a little bit of our Alaskan backyard in your snail mail subscription. In the winter months, that might look like a recipe card, some stickers. I don't have full plans for winter months and whatnot yet, but it's the dead of summer, so I'm hoping to send you a little bit of our greenery. I have some really neat postcards that are already on their way to the homestead for me to approve and get everything printed and ready to send to you. So hit the link provided, go sign up for our snail mail club. I'm so excited to announce this. Spots are going to be limited. I have to order the postcards from afar. They get shipped to me and I have to plan that way ahead. They take weeks to get to me, but don't miss it. I'm so excited to send you guys some mail. Alrighty. It took a long time. We're here. I'm gonna add some extra papers. I've got a little overlap here with the ferns, but those dried super well last time, so I'm not worried. Okay, moment of truth. Let's try not to wiggle these around at all. That, a lot of work. Okay. So I'm gonna leave my stuff back. Don't move, butcher, walk, flower. How's that? I like it. Levi's gonna be like, what did you do to my iconics?